Hey guys, welcome back to Deandra JK and K. My name is Deandra, and tonight, because it is not day, it's actually night, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I just finished my Korean course. I'm so excited because I passed my Korean test, and I was excited to just say that and relish in it that for, I think it was a month, for 1 month, it's like probably a little bit longer than a month. I was in an intensive Korean course, very strict and like difficult. And honestly, it kind of mimicked the curriculum was very similar to when I went to my alma mater, you know. So it kind of mimicked my Korean course 1002, which I think the more universal like number would be like 102. Yeah, so like, you know how they have like 101, Korean 101, that's the basic. I think this would be similar to Korean 102, but intermediate. So like, if you've ever taken a Korean class of foreign language, preferably in college, you'll have a course that is like the beginning, the slightly more beginning, intermediate, and then slightly more intermediate, like close to advanced. This was like more advanced intermediate, and so it's kind of between beginner and advanced. And I personally feel like I have a lot, not even personally, I do have a lot to learn. And just so you guys know, I never planned to be fluent in Korean. I just do this for fun and so I can communicate and get my points across, or like I can actually, you know, do things. But I don't have the dream to be fluent. I know a woman who actually set like a pretty good goal to learn English, and she's nearly fluent, and kudos to her. But I don't know if I really want to do that. I'm fine with knowing conversational stuff. So yeah, so this was more of a conversational intermediate class, and it was at a Korean university. I will not give the name until I leave my placement. But it was at a Korean university. It was really cool to have like the university life. It was like I was a university student, but then I wasn't, because the grade that I got didn't really affect me. But it was like I'm going to school with you guys. Hey y'all, so I am updating y'all on my college campus life. It's so weird to say that. I mean, not really actually. I just graduated last year, but to be back on a college campus in Korea is kind of weird actually. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna try and show y'all this steep hill that I'm on right now, because it is not cute. I learned from last time, do not try and run this hill because you will die. So just take it slow. So here is the hill. You can't tell, I don't think, but it's like a steady incline. And if you look off into the distance, you can see the city. It's really beautiful, but so tiring. Around this time, everybody's leaving, so it's cool. And there's the buildings, the campus. But it was fun to camouflage myself as a Korean university student. So that was cool. The class itself, it was all in Korean. Everything, every single thing was in Korean. Her instructions were in Korean. The book itself that we learned from was actually active Korean. I'll put it here. And we did active Korean too. For advanced in learning, your standard word and your standard 이름이 뭐예요? Like it's not that. It's a little bit past that, and it's right where I needed to be, because I kind of, back in college, I kind of got stuck in the intermediate phase where I couldn't push past the intermediate. And I took this one class back in college and it was so difficult. I would like cry to my friends saying, I don't want to go to the class today. Like, I'm so scared to go into the class today, because I was just afraid that my Korean teacher was going to roast the hell out of me because I don't know. I feel like I just have this face when I'm learning that must look mad confused, because all teachers want to do is ask me questions and talk to me. And I'm just like, why? Why? Seriously, why? Like, even in this class, my face must just have been really looking confused, because even in this class, my teacher calls on me all the time. Deandra, answer this question. Deandra this, Deandra that, Deandra that. And I'm like, lady, I'm not the best. Can you ask the girl who clearly knows what she's doing? Because this girl right here, like, I don't know. But, she really liked me. Okay, so my Korean teacher here, she was really nice, but she was very like in your face. If you've ever done like an intensive course before, or had like a really hard class in high school or college, that's what this is. And I had a hard course back in college, like I just said. I didn't want to go back into that situation. So when I first got here, I was just like, yo, like, I'm doing this again. I really don't want to do this again. But I'm happy I did, because it forces you to learn. It like shakes you, and it's like, if it like smacks you around, like, you better learn this. And I feel like that's good. Like, I needed that. I really needed that. I needed that push, because I feel like I wasn't going to push myself. And I think I kind of pushed past that. Sorry if you guys heard that bump. I feel like I pushed past that wall that I had back in college of like, just forget it. I think I pushed past it. And that's really cool to say. Like, I can actually hear what people are saying to me, and I'm not saying I'm the best. Not at all. In my entire class, I was probably like middle tier. But the fact that I'm even middle tier, I'm like, let's go. This is great. We would have to like read, just, Deandra, read now. It's like, okay, I'm reading, okay. Guy behind me, read now. You in the back, read now. What's the answer, Deandra? What's the answer, guy over here? Okay, now like she'll change the PowerPoint to a different slide. Give you 2 seconds. 2 seconds to read. Deandra, come on, let's go. What's the answer? I'm like, did you read that? Cause I just started looking at this. I don't know what it says. She'll be like, let's go. And I'll be like, Jusuru mashisoyo. And she'll be like, mashisoyo. And I'm like, mashisoyo. That's like the most basic thing. But she'll be like, so for example, she'll have on a PowerPoint like connecting like a noun to the verb through like a I don't know, lack of better words, like a ending, or it's like a suffix. So she'll be like, in a split second, give you 2 seconds to look. And she loved to pick on me. She'll be like, Deandra. I'll be like, 친구 생일이라서 케이크를 샀어요. And she'll be like, okay. And I'm just like, by the grace of God, I knew that answer. Because if you don't know the answer, she would have kept calling on you. And it's happened to me where she was just, oh man, she would just dig at me. But anyway, so that's what an intensive Korean course is like here in Korea. Have I used what I've learned in class in real life? Yes, I have. Especially like when I'm taking taxis, it's a lot of listening. Like you can't, you know, you don't want to end up at the wrong place. And of course they have like Kakao taxi, so 9 times out of 10 the taxi driver knows where you're going. However, like sometimes they'll ask you like, are you sure this is where you're going? And you have to, you know, actually listen, because that's one thing I didn't I feel like I didn't do a great job of back in college, because once I got out of my college class, I was speaking English, so I didn't really need to focus on listening. Here, I'm constantly taking in Korean. Like I said in my last video, I had a co-teacher. She was an amazing woman, and she would always ask me questions. She'll be like, ask the principal this question. DeAndre, talk in Korean now. I took whatever I learned from that class and applied it to all those situations. So I learned a lot of new words this way. I'll just pick up on words. Now it's gotten to the point where if I hear a Korean word, I can just store it in my memory. And back in college, like, it took a lot to just memorize words. And of course, I think in the beginning, it's going to take a lot of push to get train your brain to hear and understand Korean. But once you start hearing, once you push past like this wall, this plateau, and you hear words, it's like it just stores in your lexicon, your mental lexicon. A little fancy word for the dictionary in your head. So it stores there, and I've just noticed such an improvement, and I'm just so happy I did this, because at first I wasn't going to do this, and I wasn't going to be the university student in Korea that I had in my head. But I'm happy I did this. This was great. And even if it was for a short time, it was only for a month, I got this experience, and it was really cool. I met some really cool people. There was mostly Chinese people in my class, and they spoke really good Korean, and I'm kind of figuring it's because they're actually Korean students, so they have to always hear Korean, and they kind of have to force it. There was a Nigerian guy in my class. He was cool, and it was all around just a great experience, great atmosphere, great teacher. She drove me home once. Like, here in Korea, I don't know what it is. It's just, they're very like warm and inviting and nice. So, is this still recording? Okay. Anyway, some people are very warm, inviting, and nice. Luckily, I haven't had, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's been great. It's been great here, and man, that's gonna be a memory that I have forever. So yeah, that was the Korean University intensive course experience. Should you do it if you decide to come teach in Korea, or if you decide to just come to Korea? I mean, you would have to stay here for a minute, like longer than a month. You have to stay here for like about a month just to do this. But let's just say, should you come to Korea for a semester to do like, what did they do? Like a study abroad? I think you should, but realize it's not all fun and games. Like, you're actually, depending on the person, you could really get tired of it. And it could be like, okay, can we just speak English? Because I know I was like that. I was like that plenty of times, where it's just like, okay, do I have to keep forcing myself to keep speaking Korean? But if you're like, you want to learn, you know deep down that you want to learn, this was a great experience. So definitely do that study abroad. Definitely come here. If you come here as a teacher, see if any of the universities have, you know, a course that you can take, an intensive course, or, you know, even if it's just like an online meetup. If you want to learn Korean, put yourself in a very uncomfortable position, because you're going to learn it. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.